Hello everyone, my name is Emblem and welcome back to the channel. You caught me as I was doing a little bit of smithing so I can get that to level 10. There's level 9 right there. So we're getting close to getting level 10 and making that iron so we can complete the Night Sword quest. Because I don't know where else to get it. But give me just a moment and we'll have that done right away. Alright. And level 10 smithing. Now we just need to go ahead and get our iron together. I'll go ahead and make the tools as well while I'm at it. So I just head over here to the Dwarven Mines. I can at least hide from the King Scorpions over here. We'll need about 16 to 20 pieces of iron just to make all the tools. But there's 16 mining. Since I am going for 30 smithing, gonna need 30 mining to match up with it. And there's 17 mining. And I've also got about 18 iron ore, so I'll get 2 more. That should be more than enough to make all the materials I need. Got all the extra iron, now I just need to make the tools. There's level 11 smithing. And I'm just about done. Ah, there's my ore box. And there's 9 pickaxe. And there's 12 smithing. Plus an iron hatchet. Going straight to the tool belt just like the pickaxe. And here's an iron mattock. Though apparently you can't put that one on your tool belt until you have the proper level in archaeology. So I guess that's gonna head into the bank instead. Oh well, at least I learned that now. Now I could head straight to the Night Sword quest, but I think I'll get 20 mining and materials for steel items first. Hey, there's 18 mining. And there's 19 mining. Just one more to go. And there's our 20 mining. Not too bad at all. We now do our coal ore, which I will go grab now for some of the basic tools. And then it'll be time for the quest. Alright, all of our prep work is now finally completed. I've got our red berry pie and iron bars in the inventory, as you can see. Now I just gotta find the squire who starts this quest. Which, if you've been watching my stuff at all, can be difficult to do because I am apparently blind. So, here I am looking around the entire fortress, 4 times speed, still not seeing him, and he's sitting right there in the middle. I think he wanders a little bit.
Hello, I am the squire to Sir Ivan.
And how is life as a squire?
Well, Sir Ivan is a good guy to work for. However, I'm in a spot of trouble today. I've gone and lost Sir Ivan's sword.
I can make a new sword if you like.
Thanks for the offer. I'd be surprised if you could, though. The thing is, the sword is a family heirloom. It's been passed down through Ivan's family for 5 generations. It was originally made by the Unguided dwarves, who are particularly skilled set of dwarven smiths. I doubt anyone could make it in the style that they do.
So, would those dwarves make another one?
I'm not 100% sure the Unguided tribe exists anymore. I should think Frodo, the palace librarian of Rock, will know. He's done a lot of research on the races of Gielinor. I don't suppose you could try and track down them Unguided dwarves for me? I've got so much work to do.
Yes, pass on all your tasks to me. I'll give it a go.
Thank you very much. As I said, the best place to start should be with Reldo.
Ah yes, the totally normal and definitely not strange in any way or special palace librarian Reldo. Oh, at least it's easy to get to. Just gotta head to the lodestone and head straight north to the palace. Now, I believe I've mentioned before that I enjoy Dungeons & Dragons, and as a matter of fact, I often DM campaigns with my group, and I actually use the world of Gielinor as the basis for my campaigns. In fact, one of them had them here in Varrock itself, and I believe I had them join the Phoenix Gang and take on missions for them. We didn't stay with that campaign all that long, but I do remember them having some fun as being thugs. But long story short, if you ever DM in campaigns, pick a world you like and just take stories directly from that media. Especially if the rest of your players aren't fully aware of the world. None of the players in my campaigns have played RuneScape. Oh hey, 21 mining. Although they might be watching some of these videos, so have to avoid those stories that I go into deep detail with. Or not. You can always change things up. It really depends on your style. For me, I found that improvising worked pretty well. So I ended up just kind of picking places in the world and throwing players and letting them do what they wanted. Anyway, back to the quest. Hello, stranger. What do you know about the Unguided dwarves? The Unguided dwarves, you say? Ah, yes. For many hundreds of years, they were this world's most skilled smiths. They used secret smithing knowledge passed down from generation to generation. Unfortunately, about a century ago, the once thriving race was wiped out due to the barbarian invasions of the time. So are there any Unguided left at all? I believe a few of them survived, but with the bulk of their population destroyed, their numbers have dwindled even further. I believe I remember a couple living in Garnia, near the cliffs of the Arsganian southern peninsula, but they do tend to keep to themselves. They tend to not to tell people they are descendants of Linkando, which is why people think they have died out totally, but you may have more luck talking to them if you bring them some redberry pie. They really love redberry pie. Whew, thanks for the tip, Reldo. Now we just gotta head over to Port Serum, I believe. That should get us there pretty quickly. Oops, sorry for the cut. I had to take care of something real quick. But now we're there even faster. Hello, Thurgo. I have pie. Would you like some of it? I never say no to redberry pie. That's great stuff. By Gothics, that was good pie. Anyone who makes pie that good has to be alright. Why, thank you. I spent quite a bit of time looking for a pie dish for it, too. Could you make a sword for me, though? Well, after bringing me my favorite food, I guess I should give it a go. What sort of sword? You should make a sword for one of Falador's knights. He had a sword that was passed down through generations, but his squire lost it, so he needs an identical one to replace it. A knight's sword, eh? Well, I didn't know exactly what it looked like before I had to make a new one. All the Falador knights used to have swords with unique designs according to their position. Can you bring me a picture or something? I'll go ask his squire, see if I can find one. So, back to Falador. Might be faster just to walk, but Lodestone's not that far away either. And here we are in the city of White Knights once more. Guess we should go talk to the squire, see if he knows where we can find a picture. Shouldn't take me a full minute to find him this time. There he is. So, how are you doing getting a sword? I found him kind of dwarf, but he needs a picture of the sword before he can make it. A picture, eh? The only one I can think of is in a small portrait of Sir Ivan's father. Sir Ivan keeps it in a cupboard in his room at the top of the castle, I believe. Okay, I'll try and get that then.
Please don't let him catch you. He mustn't know what happened.
Alright. So he said in a cupboard at the top of the castle. Where he means exactly, I don't particularly remember. So we might be searching around a little bit. You would think it'd be easier since it's just find a cupboard near the top of the castle. But it's a pretty big castle. Oh, look, an achievement. At least I got that out of the way. So earlier I mentioned that I had a D&D group. Well, we just sort of search through this castle. It's typically me and 2 other friends that'll get together regularly. Used to switch out with different people, but that's what we've settled on thus far. It's very difficult to manage schedules as adults, but we try and make time once a week, whenever we can. Don't always have luck, but we at least try. Haven't had a proper Dungeons & Dragons session in a while, though. We've been doing Runescape 3 co-op instead. It's a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but I am kind of missing D&D itself. We did a normal playthrough, which I briefly mentioned in our first episode here of Unguided. That was extremely cursed. I mean, the game was bugging out and glitching all over the place. Didn't help that we had 2 canon characters, and then I was the Dark Urge. Luckily, we were only on tactician mode, so we could go back and reload saves as needed. But after we finished that session, we decided to go ahead and start an honor mode playthrough, which was what we are currently doing. We did wipe once in the first act already, and decided to go ahead and try give it a second attempt. And we're currently at the end of the second act. Just mainly need to get through the big boss fight. So wish us luck in completing that endeavor. And I believe this is the cupboard that we actually need to find. Hooray! And there's the portrait. Perfect. Now let us return to Thurgo and finally make this sword. Or rather, have him tell us that we need more materials to actually make the sword. Because it can never be that easy, can it? At the very least, he only requires that 1 red berry pie. So I don't have to go get one of those every time you want to speak to him. Can you imagine if that was the case? That would make this quest a whole lot more difficult. Especially for someone at a low level trying to do it. Alright, there you go. Here's your picture. About that sword. I found the picture of the sword that I would like you to make. Here you go. Okay, you'll need to give me some stuff in order for me to make this. I'll need 2 iron bars to make the sword to start with. I'll also need an ore called bluerite. It's useless for making an actual weapon for fighting with except crossbows, but I'll need some as decoration for the hilt. The only place I know where to get it is the cliff here, but it's guarded by a very powerful ice giant. Most of the rocks in that cliff are pretty useless and don't contain much of anything, but there's definitely some bluerite in there. You'll need a little bit of mine experience to be able to find it. Okay, I'll go and find some then. Now for the trickiest part of this here quest, and the one that I should probably be the most concerned about. Actually getting the bluerite when it's completely surrounded by aggressive monsters that could probably kill me like those wolves. But hey, let's see what happens. And muggers aren't off to a great start, but at least they're fairly weak. Not too much to worry about there. These pirates are also aggressive. A little bit more of a problem. I really hope there's a safe spot I can use. Those guys, also aggressive. Not great. And there's the rock. There's not a ton of creatures nearby. Just this one ice warrior. If I can get him stuck. Maybe? Those 2 are definitely aggressive to me, but it looks like they can't go around behind it. Whew! I'm safe! Hooray! No deaths on the death counter today. I believe I just need 1 ore. At least for now. I want to say there's something that requires another one later. But this is taking a little bit too long. And so I'll just get out of here. Ooh, that was a big hit. But luckily it's only a single hit. Right, these guys are hobgoblins. Completely forgot about that. Definitely aggressive against me this time. They didn't really hit me too much on the way in. There's the pirates. Little hits. And I think I'm looking pretty good. Mugger shouldn't be able to kill me. Yep, just fine. Alright, Thurgo, I now know why you don't go into the cave. It is a little dangerous in there. But I got all the materials we need. Please just make me the sword. About that sword. How are you doing with finding those sword materials? Have them right here. There you go. And that was super quick. Thank you very much. Just remember to call in with the pie sometime. You got it, Thurgo. I will remember to not do exactly that. Oh well. Blue-Right Sword's not that bad. It's got pretty good accuracy. Damage is horrible, though. But you did say it's mostly just decorative. Just gotta turn this into the squire, and that should be quest complete. It is nice that the lodestone is right in front of the castle. Just gotta run up one more time and find this one-ring squire. There he is. I've retrieved your sword for you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was very worried I would have to own up to surviving.
Hooray! And let's use this lamp, see what it gets me. 30 smithing on the dot. Woohoo! Now I can make up to mithril, I believe. And it's one of the requirements for Beneath Cursed Tides. Which I do want to get that oyster unlocked. But that brings us to the end of this episode. I want to thank you all for checking out this with me. If you enjoyed, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. And as I mentioned before, the next episode will be a recap of at least probably the month of May. And I'll do one for the beginning of June to get us caught up on where we currently are in our progress. So until then, see ya.